Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning Blaque in once again to Authentic Black Goddess TV. I'm your host, QueenAShakur. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, so let's get into it. Okay. Hello, Just Biz, Silent D, Howard is Black, Femma Bell, Favorable Child, see Mommy Mac, Aboriginal Woman. Okay, Millie, I see you. Hello, Dervis. Shout out to everyone in the chat and everyone tuned in into the Queen. So let's get into it. Hello, Ivan and Ayon. Melanated Brown is in the house. Now, first off, let's start off with your recalls. More recalls, people. They keep pouring in. So they say there are about 500 food recalls issued by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service every year. And 2022 is starting off with quite a few for foods found at grocery stores in your neighborhood that you should know about before your next shopping trip. Now, these newly released recalls and public health alerts affect items that in all areas of the supermarket, from the ready-to-eat section to snacks and condiments. Here's everything you need to know about the specific foods that can potentially pose a risk. All right, so listen to this. So, Conagra Brands is alerting customers to be cautious with two of its salad dressings, and these are likely some of y'all's favorites, honey. Chunky Blue Cheese and Thousand Island. All right, Wishbone, the Wishbone brand. Yeah. Look out for those. It says both the Thousand Island and the Chunky Blue Cheese salad dressings sold under the Wishbone brand are the subject of a new allergy alert because they could contain undeclared eggs. Now, a recall was issued and posted on the Conagra Brand's website. And while no reports of any illnesses related to the consumption of these items has been reported, if someone with an allergy or sensitivity to eggs consumes them, they could develop a serious life-threatening reaction. So anybody with food allergies, pay attention. Now, they have the best if used by date of January the 31st of 2023, February the 1st of 2023, and February 11th of 2023. And that's for the Thousand Island. For the blue cheese, their date is November the 9th of 2022. Okay, now they say Conagra Brands will work with retail customers to ensure that the recalled products are removed from store shelves. And they also say consumers who have a bottle in their home are advised to dispose of the dressing and call a healthcare professional if you feel ill. All right. Welcome says there must be some type of government money associated with all these recalls, because why would a corporation admit culpability to their BS products? That's a good question. And why are there so many numerous of recalls continuously? It's all so crazy. Big Chief said they're putting venom in them probably. Jenara says, I'll just meditate instead of eating. Okay. We'll see how long that lasts, beloved. Okay. Nicole said folks need to learn how to grow their own food. Too much stuff coming up with their food. Remember, family, always we at war. Absolutely. Alice says, where's quality control? Maybe they fired all of them because clearly there's something going on, right? And so the next thing they say is siren birthday cake bites sold at Target are being recalled. A customer reaction and complaint about undeclared cashews and almond butter in the siren birthday cake bites sold at Target stores nationwide has led the company to issue a recall, according to a notice posted by the FDA. The company says that products containing cashew and almond butter was distributed in packaging that did not reveal the presence of two nuts, causing the consumer to have an allergic reaction. Well, they surely sued, I'm sure. Now, although it should no longer be on Target shelves, the 1.70 ounce bags of the plant-based protein bites include bags with a UPC code of, I'm not reading all these numbers, honey. Y'all just know that y'all need to be on the lookout. Okay. Now, consumers who have purchased the affected lot should return the product to where it was purchased to request an exchange or full refund. Now, if there is an allergy concern, you should do that if there's an allergy concern. That's what Siren says. They say affected products should then be discarded in a secure place and not consumed. Now, I know what some of y'all do. Some of y'all sit there and eat stuff you know that it might not be good for you. Could be something wrong with it, but y'all eat it just being greedy. Some of y'all eat that stuff anyway and just pray you don't get sick. Some of you just pray you don't get sick. I know you do, because I know how Black folk do. You could have some Thanksgiving leftovers and that are almost a week old, if not a week old, and you'll still be eating on them. Don't y'all know the leftovers should be thrown out, tossed out after the second day? Maybe the third. I mean, definitely after the third. You holding on to leftovers for what? I'm just saying. I know how some of y'all get down. And then some of y'all have that old potato salad in the refrigerator that you think you're going to eat on for 4 and 5 days, and then you get food poisoning when you do it. It feels like a whole bunch of little knives just stabbing you in your stomach, just stabbing you. You don't feel better until you puke it up, right? Don't ask me how I know any of this. I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying, all right? Seriously, though, I ate some potato salad once. And when I tell you my stomach was hurting so bad, oh my God, it was hurting so bad. And I was at a concert and I just could not get comfortable. Finally, I went and puked all that stuff up and I felt 100% better. But honey, I'm telling you, in my case, I didn't know it was bad. Okay. First of all, someone made it for me. They probably tried to kill me. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I know some of y'all hold on to those old Thanksgiving and Christmas leftovers. Y'all who celebrate the nefarious holidays, I know y'all do it. Old collard greens sitting in the refrigerator for 5 days, and you still trying to heat them up and put hot sauce on them. Y'all gonna need a recall on your stomachs by the time you get through. But let me continue, because it ain't none of my business. Anyway, berry snacks sold in 6 states are being recalled due to undeclared sulfites. Now, do you all, James Brown said, thank you for real news. You're welcome, beloved. Listen, let me say this. Do you all notice how every time, or much of the time, when they start having these recalls, they say the recall for undeclared this, that, and the third? I'm just saying, what is all that about? So they say these berry snacks have undeclared sulfites. So you don't want to eat those. Now, sulfites are sometimes found naturally in food, but are also added into groups to help maintain color. However, some people can be allergic to them, and large doses of them can be harmful to those who have asthma. So pay attention to that. Okay. Now they say because of this, BCS International Corporation is pulling its Dr. Snack Koji Berry treats from shelves since the packaging does not say it may contain the chemicals. First of all, here's the question. Why is anyone eating berry treats, right? Berry treats that have chemicals. Why is anyone even eating that? Berry snacks. Why not just eat some darn berries? I mean, what is wrong with you all? Now, ready-to-eat chicken salad products sold in the major U.S. city could contain listeria. So they say grocery shoppers in Marietta, Georgia, near Atlanta, are similar with Simply Fresh Market, a market selling health-conscious products. Anyone who shopped there recently and picked up the 8 to 16 ounce or 8 or 16 ounce ready-to-eat chicken salad with a sell-by date of January the 25th should check it out. Though they should check it out because it may contain listeria. Now, contamination with this bacteria can cause symptoms like diarrhea, fever, headache, stiff neck, confusion, and more. In women who are pregnant, it can cause flu-like symptoms. And I'm not a doctor, and I'm not giving you medical advice, honey. I'm just telling you all what they say about, and this is what the CDC says, all right? So I'm just saying, screw tube, don't try it. Now, they say in pregnant women, it can cause flu-like symptoms, as well as miscarriages, stillbirth, premature delivery, or life-threatening infections of the new birth, according to the CDC. Now, the chicken salad, which also contains apples and walnuts, is not being recalled because the product is no longer available for purchase. But a public health alert was posted by FSIC. So anyway, with that all being said, y'all need to be looking out for all of these things. Pay attention to what you're purchasing. And y'all need to stay, you know, checking daily, if not weekly, but if not weekly, you know, checking on a regular basis, period, for these recalls. You know, as soon as I see them, I bring them all to you, but y'all need to really be checking on this because this is getting real crazy. All right. So anyway, with that all being said, let's move on to the next topic. Likes up, everyone, please. A like and share. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now, this is a crazy story. If I can find it, hold on. Okay, here it is. Now, listen to this. So nefarious. And y'all don't even laugh because this is a true story. All right? What in the Frankenstein is going on here? A lab is holding the bodies and the heads of 200 people with the hopes that they, in fact, can be brought back to life. Okay? 200 bodies and heads, and they want to bring them back to life. Now, clearly, these devils are playing God, as per usual. Now, the idea of being raised from the dead may not be far-fetched. Well, I guess it may not be far-fetched, because I actually heard someone on YouTube say that their prayers rose people from the dead. And I thought, really? Okay. All right. So anyway, the Alcor Life Extension Foundation, known as Alcor, plans to test if science and technology can bring back a deceased life through cryonics. Now, Linda and Fred Chamberlain spearheaded the group back in 1972 after being enlightened as attendees at the Cryonics conference in 1970. In 1970s. Now, according to reports, they say our goals were to start an organization that could save people's lives and give them an opportunity to be restored to health and function. This is what Linda Chamberlain previously told CNET. She said, if we'd known how hard it was going to be, we might not have tried to do it. But once we get started, or once you get started, something about saving lives, you know, you just can't give up. Let me tell you something. This ain't about saving lives. This ain't about saving lives, okay? When you got 200 heads and bodies and you talking about bringing people back to life, first of all, how's that about saving lives? They're already dead. So please pay attention. This is not about saving lives, people. This is about defying the fact that you have to die. Some people know that time is ticking and they don't want to go. They don't want to go. So they're trying to, you know, just reincarnate themselves, so to speak. So anyway, now determined to provide a second chance of life, Alcor currently houses 200 bodies at a lab. Bodies are frozen for $220,000 and the head and brain for $80,000, according to CET. Now, incoming patients will have their bodies incubated and kept on ice. First of all, these people are paying this kind of money to have themselves frozen? Who's paying it? Them before they die or their families? I'm just curious. And then if it works or it doesn't, how are you going to know they're dead? Let me continue. So a mechanical thumper will keep blood flowing to further prep the body for cryonics to avoid extraneous cellular damage. Patients will then enter the operating room and will be filled with cryoprotectants. Now, here bodies will be cooled for hours. After additional measures to ensure water and ice no longer remain in the brain, patients will have their body temperatures lowered to negative 196 degrees Celsius. Patients will stay in long-term care rooms for decades or centuries. Say what? They're going to stay in long-term care rooms for decades or centuries. Who's going to be taking care of them? This sounds so ridiculous, but let me continue. Now, according to the U.S. Sun, baby Mathurin Navaratapong, nicknamed Ains, is a patient currently being held at Alcor. She died from brain cancer in 2015. Now, her parents, Neerats and Sahatorn, made the unconventional decision to preserve their daughter's brain following 10 surgeries 12 rounds of chemo, and 20 rounds of radiation, which failed to eradicate the cancer. So, desperate to give their child a second chance at life, Sahatorn pinned the idea of cryonics to his wife. Do y'all know how insane this all sounds? Like, this really sounds real crazy. Let me see what you all are saying in the comments. Please tell me somebody is saying something. Okay? Need to close abuse of a corpse. How can you bring someone back when their soul leaves their body? Make it make sense, says Judy Queen. I mean, also, and the heads are separated from the bodies, also crazy. What are they gonna do? Stitch it back on? I'm just curious. Okay. Nicole said, see, they need to stop. Aboriginal said they'll do anything to keep their numbers up. Ray Love said, Queen, look how people spend money to stay young looking, and all the illegal organs being harvested, billions of dollars. Yes, absolutely. Kiki said, sounds like Pet Cemetery. Absolutely. But let me tell you why they're so foolish. Let me just tell you why they're so foolish. They said they want to give their daughter a second chance at life, so they went to Cryonics and paid all of these thousands and thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands even, to have their daughter get a second chance at life. Here's the thing. Everybody gets a second chance at life. In fact, we get multiple chances at life. You see, let me explain it to those of you who don't know. It's called reincarnation. Y'all don't know that we come back? I mean, at the end of the day, we're all made and composed of energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, right? It is simply transferred and transformed from one thing to another. So your body is energy. So when you die, though this avatar that we're encased in, that our spirit is encased in, this shell may go back to ashes, and dust from whence it came, but the spirit still lives and comes back multiple times. I'm just saying, it's energy, people. So they're wasting all of this money for something they think and couldn't possibly know with a shadow, beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's even going to happen. Also crazy, but hey, there's one born every minute. So let me continue. So they go on to say, this was the way to keep her. We must keep her, Satterhorn said in a Netflix documentary. It was called Hope Frozen, A Quest to Live Twice. Anyway, these people talking about living twice have probably already been here 2,000 times for all they know. Now, the future of ions will rest in the hands of the evolution of technologies and the growing understanding of science. They say our best estimates are that within 50 to 100 years, we will have the medical technologies needed to restore our patients to health and function. That's what Linda said, Linda Chamberlain. She said, I'm an optimist. Well, shout out to Dr. Frankenstein, because that's clearly where they got that idea from. But anyway, let me continue. So, Swirling Gone Wrong, episode 11. Alabama man is charged with killing his girlfriend who was found dead in their apartment. So an Alabama woman was found dead inside of her apartment, and her boyfriend of less than a year has been charged with her murder. Now, I wonder why the police didn't say that Tyrone seemed like he was a nice guy. I'm just saying, like that man, Matthew LaFontaine, who was found in the apartment of Lauren Smith Fields, and was the one who called and said she was dead. Yeah, they said he was a nice guy, but they didn't investigate or arrest him. But let me continue. So anyway, so they say that the boyfriend's been charged with the murder. Now, Madison Shea Pinkington, age 25, was discovered dead by a relative inside her Hoover apartment early Saturday after she didn't show up to work at a sports bar the previous day, according to police. She died from blunt force trauma. Now, Pinkington's boyfriend, Cortez Leonard Warren, age 32, was arrested during a police pursuit on later Saturday afternoon. Cops had previously put out an alert identifying him as a suspect. Now, he's facing charges of murder, tampering with physical evidence, and unlawful possession of marijuana. Here's the thing. I wonder what led them to think that he was a suspect. Not a person of interest, but they went straight to suspect. That's what they said. They may have had some details from the home. They may have had the same thing in the case of Lawrence Smith Fields had they collected that bloody sheet, that used condom, those drinks that were on the table, and that pill that was discarded. But let me continue. Now, Warren allegedly tried to clean up the crime scene, they say, but additional details were not immediately provided. Now, he had been dating Pinkerton for less than a year. She was beautiful both inside and out. This is what her aunt Dana says. She was loved by everyone who knew her. It's been such a shock. Warren, whose Facebook profile identifies him as a manager at a Hooters restaurant and a Walmart, had a prior arrest for domestic abuse involving a different woman. Oh, he did it. They say love making money and having fun just doing it. This is what he said on his Facebook. He says, just basically like to go out and have fun on my free time. So they say in 2016, a woman accused Warren of choking her, throwing her into a bed and damaging her phone so she couldn't call for help. Yeah, he sounds like he's crazy. Now, one of the charges he faced was ultimately dismissed, while a grand jury declined to indict him on a strangulation or suffocation charge, according to the outlet. Now, Warren of Birmingham remains in custody as of Monday in the Jefferson County Jail on a $262,000 bond. It's unclear if he's hired an attorney who would comment on his behalf. Pinkerton, meanwhile, was attending college in Birmingham and aspired to work as a graphic designer. Family says they are devastated. They said that one of her friends says, I think it's her friend says, honestly, I'm at a loss for words. Madison and I shared so many memories growing up. She knew exactly how to light up a room and make you laugh so hard that your stomach hurt. My heart is so broken for her sweet family. Pinkerton was an outgoing woman who had an infectious quality about her. That's what a former classmate said. So anyway, I'm going to show you a picture of the devil who killed his girlfriend. Yes, he's black. Rain Love said, is he black? Yes, that's why it's a case of swirling gone wrong, beloved. Yes. PKC says Lawrence Smith Fields was beautiful inside and out also, but you didn't hear any of that. They tried to play it off like she was doing things she shouldn't have been doing. Right. Well, I think she was a college student. That's what I read. That she was a college student. You know, we had some trolls talking about she was an escort, just making up crap. We know how they do. Millie says they're going to throw his black ace under the jail. He's getting the ultimate punishment. Yes, he should have thought twice before resorting to violence. I mean, just leave. If you're in a relationship's not working out, the person doesn't want you anymore, pack your bags and leave. Stop acting desperate. All right? And killing people. Who does that? Anyway, let me share my screen. Lights up, everyone. Please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. That's the young woman who was killed. It's another picture of her. And here's her crazy boyfriend, Cortez Warren. And he looks kind of crazy if you ask me. I'm just saying. Isn't it weird how crazy people usually look crazy? Lenore says, what does this hold these Beckys and Billy Bobs have on some of our people? Honey, I couldn't tell you. I absolutely could not tell you. Rain Love said Becky is going to complain even if okay, I'm not going to read that part, but okay. So with that all being said, B Zilla said, yeah, he do. Yeah, he did look crazy, right? So anyway, I'm going to tell y'all like this. What? My aunt Edith said Haitian zombies half dead but still walking around. Okay, I don't know where that's coming from, my aunt Edith. And then October says, was he an immigrant? I don't know. His first name was Cortez Leonard. His middle name, Cortez. First name, Leonard. But his last name is Warren. So I don't know. That sounds like a foundational name. I'm just saying. Malik says, y'all better start paying attention. The eyes of these people you want to date. To the eyes of these people. Yes, exactly. When you have like dark eyes that just sit there and look crazy, like there's no life behind it, pay attention. Okay? Malik says, serpent in the rainbow. With that all being said, Cherokee Descendant Dale said, then Mayo can't get me only love my black queens. All right, shout out to you, Cherokee Descendant Dale. Okay, so with that all being said, everyone please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time I go live. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at QueenAShakur, and you can also follow the QueenAShakur fan page, and you can find me on Twitter at DGoddess27. But sit tight and don't go anywhere. Make sure you tune in to the I can't get my words out, to the original QueenAShakur show, because we're going on there next, immediately following this broadcast, to talk about Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, and those comments that she made that didn't sit too well with some. Okay, so I hope to see you on the next chat.